What if I told you that the Bible describes two completely different creation stories, back to back, with different timelines, different orders, and different versions of humanity? Most people read Genesis believing it tells one clear story of creation, but hidden in plain sight is a contradiction that theologians, historians, and scholars have debated for centuries. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. The book of Genesis opens the Bible with the story of how everything began. In Genesis chapter 1, God creates the universe in 6 days: light on day 1, sky on day 2, land and plants on day 3, sun, moon, and stars on day 4, animals on day 5, and finally human beings on day 6. This is the famous version most people know. But immediately after this, Genesis chapter 2 begins, and something strange happens. The story seems to start all over again. Let's compare the two side by side. In Genesis chapter 1, plants are created before humans. Animals are created before humans. Man and woman are created at the same time. Humans come at the very end of creation. Now listen to Genesis chapter 2. Man is created first. Then plants are created. Then animals are created. And finally, woman is created last. That is a completely different order. In chapter 1, humans come after plants and animals. In chapter 2, humans come before plants and animals. In chapter 1, man and woman are created together. In chapter 2, woman is created later from Adam's rib. So which one is correct? They can't both be literal historical timelines, because they contradict each other on the order of creation. Yet they appear back to back in the same book. Biblical scholars have debated this for generations. Many historians believe Genesis was not written by one single author, but compiled from multiple ancient sources. One source describes God creating through structured days and cosmic order. Another tells a more human-centered story, focused on Adam, Eve, and the garden. These stories were later combined into one book. To some believers, this represents two different angles of the same truth. To critics, it suggests editing, merging, and human fingerprints in the text. Either way, the contradiction exists on the page, whether one interprets it spiritually or historically. For millions of people, Genesis is not just a story, it forms the foundation of creation, sin, humanity, and God's relationship with man. When contradictions appear at the very beginning of the Bible, it raises deep questions. Was the text shaped by divine instruction, or by generations of human editors? And if Genesis contains two creation orders, what else might the Bible contain that most people have never noticed? And this is only the first contradiction, because next, there's the mysterious question of who Cain was afraid of killing him when the Bible says only 4 people existed on earth. That story is even more disturbing, and this is only the first contradiction, because next, there's the disturbing mystery of who Cain was afraid of killing him when the Bible says only 4 people existed on earth. That story changes everything. If you want the full breakdown of that case, subscribe now so you don't miss the next episode. Like this video so more people can see it. And comment below, do you believe these stories are symbolic or historical? The next contradiction is coming very soon.